If one day you were unfortunate enough to be captured by savages and reduced to nothing more than a tool for breeding, would you fight back with everything you had, or give in to despair? In the radiation-scorched wasteland, this nightmare is all too real. Here, the mutants, driven by their hatred of the US military, breed uncontrollably in their quest for vengeance. Their leader, Pete, sends his children to lie in ambush, kidnapping passing female travelers to expand the clan in the most primitive way possible. In a dark cellar, a woman stifles her screams of agony. Her long, twisted fingernails reveal how long she has been imprisoned. Yet the child she bore died at birth, its body ravaged by genetic deformities. Enraged, Pete strangled her without hesitation. The military soon received word and launched a full-scale search and destroy mission. Colonel Philip, responsible for security in the region, knew the dangers lurking everywhere. But while frantically searching for a doctor who had ventured into the mountains alone, he heard the man's dying scream. Moments later, Philip himself fell to the mutants' blades. His sacrifice foreshadowed the bloodbath to come. Meanwhile, at a nearby training base, a group of young soldiers was still in the middle of exercises. After failing their mission, they were reassigned to transport equipment into the radioactive zone. When they arrived at camp, they found the large tents deserted and their radios silent. Suddenly, a raspy cry for help echoed through the silence, and a signal mirror flashed from the mountaintop. The commander quickly ordered 2 men to stay behind while the others went up the mountain to search, but he failed to realize he was leading nothing more than a squad of untested children. On the way, Alan slipped into an abandoned mine shaft, twisting his ankle and forcing him to retreat. Ironically, this mishap spared his life. Elsewhere, Jack and Amy were horrified to discover a figure writhing inside a toilet. Forcing themselves to look, they dragged out a man covered in wounds and severe infections, only for him to die before answering a single question. Before they could recover from the shock, the camp burst into flames and even their weapons vanished. Amy set out alone to seek help in the mountains, only to be ambushed by savages. Just as she was about to be killed, the injured Alan returned and saved her. But in a flash, the mutants slipped back into the caves, disappearing without a trace. Before they could catch their breath, a shadow lunged again, seizing Alan's leg. Amy clung to him desperately, but in the end, Alan was dragged screaming into the darkness. Gunshots rang out across the mountain, but the others dismissed them, even joking about it, until they stumbled upon the mutilated bodies of the research team. Unease began to take root. Still, the green recruits naively believed they could control the situation. They did not yet understand that the mutants were cunning and ruthless, never engaging armed soldiers head-on but striking from the shadows in ambush after ambush. After several sudden attacks, the panicked soldiers accidentally shot their own commander dead. With their leader gone, the unit collapsed into chaos. They fled blindly down the mountain, carrying the sergeant's corpse on a zipline, only for the rope to suddenly snap, sending 2 men plummeting to their deaths. When Philip inspected the remains, he realized with horror that the rope had been deliberately cut. Fear finally set in, but it was too late. Pressing forward, the soldiers stumbled upon Colonel Philip himself, muttering to no one, "There are people in the mines. All the women are used as breeding tools. If I get the chance, I'll blow this place to hell." With that, he detonated his explosives. Flames and smoke lit up the terror in their eyes. At last, they understood this was a hunt they could never win. In despair, they resolved to strike back. Amy and Lucy set a trap and managed to capture a mutant alive. Fueled by rage, they riddled him with bullets until his body was unrecognizable. But just as they began to study the captive, disaster struck again. When Lucy slipped away alone to relieve herself, the heavy stones behind her began to move.